graduating student. I am Kim Burke, and I'm the Dean of the School of Business at Meredith College, and it is my absolute privilege to congratulate our graduates on the successful completion of your MBA program. So take it. So sometime within the past few years, you decided to take a risk and enroll in an MBA program to better yourself and your opportunities. Now, at the end of those few years, however long they might be for each of you, through some combination of perseverance, perspicacity, and I suspect, not including today, some amount of perspiration, that risk has paid off for you, and you can now proudly claim your return, an advanced degree obtained from a world-class program right in your backyard. Very, very well done. So I want to take a moment, though, and I want to think about those people who have helped you make this journey possible. I feel like we should probably start with those who are not here with us today, such as Chrome, Google, and Excel, and let's face it, Wikipedia. You know you looked something up on there, right? There you go. And so to those, we'll say a quick and hearty thank you. But seriously, I do want to take another moment, and I want to acknowledge the faculty and staff of the business school who have worked with you over the past couple of years. And so I'm going to start on my right. Hopefully I will see everyone. So this is Dr. Michael Altman, followed by Dr. Sergey Kolmaitsev, Dr. Yunshik Choi, Dr. Lisa Monahan, Dr. Darren Major, and then all the way out to the end, Dr. Bing Yu, Dr. Jeff Lingendorfer, Dr. Brian Ruth, and Dr. Lisa DeLeese. To each of them, I would like to say thank you. Now, most importantly, however, I want to take a moment and honor your family and your friends and your loved ones who may or may not be here with you today. But I just want to say to each of you, we all understand that this journey would not have been possible without your support. So, if you are a guest of one of our graduates today, please take a moment and stand and let us thank you for your care, support, and your sacrifice. Graduates, one of the things I want to say to you today is that this celebration marks the end of the relationship you have had with the School of Business at Meredith and the beginning of a new relationship. As our graduate, you are one of us, and we are yours to claim. So no matter how far you travel or where your road may lead you, I urge you to stay diligently involved. Now, some of you might hear that as a call for financial support, and I'll never turn one of those down, but that's really not what I meant today. I'm really talking about staying involved in terms of your engagement with our programs and our future students. We are one of the smallest AACSB accredited business schools in the world. In fact, we are so small that if we were going up for accreditation today, we wouldn't be eligible, right? We are tiny. And we want to continue to be able to provide a world-class education without regard to our size or our resources. And here's the thing, that does not happen without the support of our alumni, right? And so let's talk about what it means to be a great alum. Please start by following us on social media and letting us know about your professional successes and accomplishments so that we can continue to celebrate them with you. We stay proud of you after today. So let us know as great things happen in your life so that we can share them with you. You might also consider smoothing the road to an MBA for a future student by acting as a mentor. If you have the benefit of a great, fulfilling job, work with another student down the line to find their great place. When we invite you to give us your feedback on our programs and our offerings, or to serve as a guest speaker or an advisory board member, please participate. This is your opportunity to reach out to future generations and make sure that they have access to the same top-tier education. So become our ambassador, our connection to business, and our advocate. Now, returning to the main reason for being here today, I've heard it said that life is measured by the risks you take and the choices you make. So today, I want you to stop and take a minute to celebrate the risk you took to go back to school while you were juggling all of the other aspects of your life, your family, your work, and your community. In the last few years, these last few years especially, you have had to pull on determination and resilience that you did not know that you had. You have created a valuable network of colleagues, and I include these lovely people at the front among those. And you have accomplished your goal to become something more than you were. Right? So take a deep breath and savor that accomplishment. Savor the new friendships. Lean in to your gratitude to those who paved the way for you. And then choose to enjoy your new relationship with the School of Business at Meredith College as an influential, involved alumnus. I promise you it will be a choice that you will celebrate. All right, so I think it's time for me to practice, I believe it was FDR's advice on public speaking. He said there are 3 things you have to do to be a good public speaker. 1, you have to be sincere. Good, check that. 2, you have to be brief. Check-ish, right? And 3, you have to be seated. So I'm working on that part. So in closing, let me say on behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Business at Meredith College, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your graduate education. Thank you for enriching our classes. And thank you for sharing this part of your journey with us. We are so proud of you, and we are delighted to celebrate your accomplishments here today. Once again, I wish you my heartfelt congratulations.
Sincere, brief, and kneel. Can you hear me okay? The Graduate Lois Frazier Award is given to an MBA student who exemplifies 3 things: scholarship, leadership, and service. This year's graduate winner certainly manages those 3 things well and is dedicated to Meredith College for sure. Ellie, Hannah, and I often refer to this student as one who is a huge advocate of this program. With regard to scholarship, this award winner's performance in each course has been absolutely outstanding, putting the utmost integrity into everything related to this student's academics, including a solid work ethic. Every MBA student would concur that this student's leadership and service are unmatched. The student has been asked multiple times to attend various meetings related to our MBA program and always graciously accepts. When Ellie was hired a couple of years ago, she and I celebrated this particular student as our first admit into the program, with us as a team. And my interview with this then prospective student lasted about an hour and 40 minutes. That's a long time for that interview. Finally, this student, and I keep saying those 2 words on purpose, was recently inducted into the Beta Gamma Sigma Honor Society. Some quotes from these professors that I received are as follows: highly talented in terms of big picture thinking and rather good at paying attention to detail. Has a healthy competitive drive, and in parentheses, highly competitive in terms of wanting to achieve and win, but without bringing others down. Consistently makes those around him better. That was the quote. Without a doubt, this student's work ethic and drive are truly impressive. His impact on our campus is undeniable, embodying our ideals of engaged learning and academic excellence. That's one of my favorite ones. I didn't write it. Having known this student for 2 years, I can attest to the exceptional intellect, eagerness to learn, and strong communication skills. En inglés y en español. I know I gave it away. Fellow students who have worked with this student also praise the student's academic prowess and classroom contributions. I personally have met his father, Andres. I have not yet met Cynthia. I have met his wife, Nieves, and I look forward to seeing her in a little bit. She attended an MBA event with him just recently. Congratulations to Mr. Kelvis Torero.
Thank you, Dr. Mazier. Those kind words. Good afternoon, Meredith College, School of Business, faculty members, dean, staff members, families, friends, and all of us graduating today, especially. I would like to start my speech today with saying that being part of the MBA Hooding Ceremony and now being invited to be the speaker of the graduate student, more than a pleasure, is a great honor. I could guarantee you guys that me, my family, and friends will never forget it, and for sure we will celebrate it, for sure. As I summarize the Meredith College Master of Business Administration, I could say it was a great program where all of us participated with professors and different activities about business strategies, class discussions, and research. It was a great program. I cannot say it enough. Some of the particular stuff that I remember is the speaker series. They would bring leaders and experts from different organizations around the area. We would be able to discuss with them, learn from them about how they got to their success and how they, what ideas they have, how did they got it done, and also how did they did it when they have to make decisions, and also how did they handle their employees. One thing I remember, one of those, is that they brought Jeff Lloyd. He's an executive at Apple. He talked to us about how they train their employees to be their future leaders. And more than that, he expressed to us how the company is organized for innovation. That was a great discussion we had with him. We can't forget. He even mentioned Steve Jobs was there giving them ideas. And nowadays, Tim Cook is one of those that was trained and now is the CEO. That was a great, very great moment. Another thing I had to talk about the university is the environment. It always felt as family, but we have opportunity to have one-on-one with the professors, anybody in the staff, the dean, the head of the department. That was one in a lifetime moment. It's so proud of those moments that when I talk about it out there, people believe that I work in Meredith College, Department of Marketing. Very, very difficult to say that I don't work in that department because they don't believe that opportunities really exist. But I continue, predicting and telling them, just try it and you will see it. Because I know one of the friends told me that he wanted to do a one-on-one with a staff member in his class, and the whole semester went out in another university, and he couldn't have that pleasure. So I was very proud that I did have it. Great moments. Now, as I finish and completed my MBA, now I can say I'm ready for the next step. I actually accepted an opportunity in a company to continue with my years of experience and all the learned lessons and classes from the program. I definitely appreciate Meredith College for all of those opportunities. Definitely a special thanks to all of the professors next to me right here for their dedicated throughout the whole program. There's not a given moment when we needed something from them, they were always available. That's definitely we appreciate. my advice to all of us graduating today is don't let anybody bring you down, for sure. Prioritize, analyze, but be ready to make decisions. You know, that time will come and not everybody will agree, but you gotta be strong and make them. And last but not least, be proud of your MBA, because yes, the MBA, Master of Business Administration, is a big deal. It's a big deal, and we have to be proud about it. Finally, so I will continue this beautiful day. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you very much, everyone. And with that, I'll leave you in the hands of the head of the department, Dr. Delis.
Kelvis. Is that okay? Okay. So Kelvis knew that he was the speaker today, the student speaker, but he did not know that he was the Lois Frazier Award winner. So I am impressed that he was able to give that speech after finding out the surprise. So it's such a pleasure to be here today celebrating with all of you. I've had each and every one of you in my class, and I am absolutely better at my profession, and I understand more about my field by virtue of having interacted with each and every one of you and had the opportunity to learn from you. It is really uniquely special to have that experience with each person who's sitting here. I see many of you early in the program, and so it is absolutely amazing to see you all here now at the end of it and know that you have all become stronger and more capable professionals since the last time that we were in class together. You might remember that we talk in my class about how it's not really reasonable to expect employees to leave their emotions out of their work. And I can definitely say that would be impossible for me to do today, to leave my emotions out of this, looking at all of you, because I'm just so incredibly proud to be the person who gets to read your names as you come up to be hooded. The hooding of graduate students to mark their success in completing their degrees is a long-standing academic ritual, and it's one of those things that exemplifies the strong culture of academia. It's a little quirky, it's a little confusing because the hood doesn't actually cover your head, but it is completely about honoring excellence and achievement. And it signifies that in earning this master's degree, you have done something that only a small percentage of others have done. Your hood proudly exhibits the traditional color for a business degree, the always lovely drab on the front, and of course the Meredith College colors are along the back of the hood. Now the physical hooding part that we're going to ask you to do does get a little bit complicated, and we promise that we will still give you the degree even if it doesn't go completely perfectly smoothly. After all, we usually do give you a chance to practice something before we ask you to do it on the test. So maybe we should have given you just one more practice assignment before we came in today, but I think we'll make it work. So on behalf of the faculty of the Meredith College School of Business, we congratulate you all on earning your Master of Business Administration. The degrees were officially conferred upon graduates en masse by the president of the college at the commencement ceremonies earlier today, but this afternoon we will take the opportunity to recognize each of you individually with this formal hooding. And since we have a relatively small group of these exceptional humans, there's no need for our friends and family to hold applause till the end. Please celebrate each graduate as they come up and get hooded. So MBA candidates, when I call your name, please come forward to be hooded by Dr. Park. Talia Vogue. Christina Brown. Edward Carroll. Victoria Cordova. Anna Daniels. Alyssa Drake. Madison Hamilton. Hannah Holden. Nicole Jones. Alexis Kester. Emily McCart. Bianca Pavone. Nancy Martin Schmidt. Kelvis Terrero. Rita Zahir. So now that everyone has been hooded, we also know that part of this academic tradition is to turn our tassels from the right to the left side to show that we have graduated. So graduates, please do that now. And one more round of just a couple more minutes, I promise. We're almost done. First, as we start the closing remarks, I want to give a huge thanks to Hannah Keaton, who has organized the entire event and has made it happen so smoothly. It's been a wonderful, lovely event, and thank goodness we didn't have any rain. We're not wet. So, when I was tasked with writing the closing remarks for the ceremony, I thought that it couldn't be too hard to say something inspiring. After all, I was an English minor in college, and I figured that I must have read something in all of those courses that would be appropriate to draw from. And it turns out, I don't remember any of that stuff. But that will not happen to you with all the things that you've learned in your MBA. That will be much more useful to you on an everyday basis. So since I didn't remember anything from college, I dredged back to my high school English days, and I wanted to pull out my favorite quote from Walt Whitman from Leaves of Grass, which is, "Do I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself. I am large. I contain multitudes." And although I didn't know it at the time, I suppose it resonates with me as an IO psychologist because that's literally the literary equivalent of "it depends." And if you've learned nothing else in this program, you have hopefully learned that success and experience depends on the context of the situations that we're in. And because you are large and you contain multitudes, and because you're highly educated, you must employ critical thinking in every one of those contexts. You can hold two contrary understandings in your head at the same time and evaluate them. You can recognize various symptoms of the same root cause, and you can identify various solutions to an underlying problem. You can use your strengths and your values to move forward in a world of complexity. And that's great, because you are large and you contain multitudes. And the world is large, and the world contains multitudes. But now, you're ready to go out and manage them. So back to some more inspirational literature. I've memorized only one other poem ever, and so I'm going to share that with you too. It's called "This Is Just to Say" by William Carlos Williams. I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet and so cold. And you may be wondering, is that actually relevant to what we're doing here today? And I would argue, yes, absolutely. The celebratory moments in life are made sweeter in the savoring of them. We must delight in the experience of this moment. We can't afford to leave the plums in the icebox today. Relish this moment. We will never be right here again. Our lives happen in context. And the combination of elements that we have here today is unique. These classmates, these family, these friends, these faculty and staff. This is the stuff of true happiness. We learned, as a faculty, we learned some things about happiness from Dr. Langendorfer last week. And research shows that money and things give us fleeting bumps in pleasure. But the things that we can experience here today in a ceremony like this, these are the elements of a happy life. Enjoying the warmth of the social relationships that you've built here, having the knowledge that you can use your strengths that you've developed to do meaningful work for you, and even taking an opportunity to express our gratitude to others for their support through the last few years. These are the things that bring true joy. So take a moment to feel it, to savor it. Enjoy the plums. No forgiveness needed. So, to the Meredith College MBA class of 2023, understand complexity, contain multitudes, be happy in your achievement, because we are all so very proud of you. We want to thank everyone who's here today to celebrate our graduates. Congratulations, enjoy the day. We'll have one more round of applause for all the wonderful achievements, and then we'll all be dismissed. So thank you all. Congratulations. So we will be having a reception in the rotunda, so everyone is welcome to join us. There's food and drink, and we'd be happy to see you and celebrate with you all.